There's not a single business owner out there who doesn't have a ton of stress and want relief. So if you're watching this video, let's dig into some of the challenges that come from needing stress relief, and but yet not really putting the pieces in place that help you handle it in a way that's productive. I mean, how do you handle stress relief in a way? How do you handle stress and get the relief in a way that doesn't sabotage your business? There's a tendency, and if I look back over my career, there's a tendency to want to, when you have some fear and doubt and worry about hitting the goals in your business, you've got a long list of to-do items. I mean, if I shared my to-do list from today with setting up a new office and getting new team members started, it's the stress just goes up and up and up. So, there's just, as I'm sharing this video, I want to be able to give you some tools that you can use in your business to help you avoid stress relief, what I call spontaneous stress relief, so that, if you have stress, and everybody in business does, there's always going to be an outlet for your stress to give you relief. Some of those outlets, the spontaneous stress relief, are counterproductive. So I'd like to see you avoid doing the things that I always used to do and that we tend to do as business owners that actually hurt the business. In our brains, I think we're programmed that when we have stress, we got to double down, do more work, get more, put more on our calendar today. I'm going to get that all done today. And so again, as we go through this, I want to just, because success in your business is going to help so many people, and it's going to make a greater difference to their families and their clients. And I want to help you enjoy what you're doing. There's a glut of business owners who are incredibly focused on building their business, and they're losing touch with the difference that they're making in the world. But, I'd love to have, as part of the minimalist CEO movement, I'd love us all to be working in a way that's enjoyable and where there's fun and where we love ourselves and care about the work that we're doing. We take care of ourselves instead of really beating on ourselves and saying, I've got to do more, I've got to work harder. That comes naturally, I think, for a dedicated business owner, a committed business owner, when what you're doing provides for your family and for other people. So the mindset that I'd love to have you get rid of is if I stop working and take a break, I'll fail. Because the truth is, you can't just keep going and going and going. And what's going to happen is you're going to do the things that cause you to fail. And you're going to be thinking of the things that you're afraid of by trying to do too much and burning out. So I want to share some statistics. So 67%, according to the Gallup Wellbeing Index, 67% of business owners are dissatisfied with what they're doing and stressed out. 45% of them they regularly report being under a tremendous amount of pressure and stress. And I think that there's a tendency probably for a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners not to say that they're dealing with a lot of stress because they have outlets. Also, another research paper from Plus One Science shares that in the Plus One Science journal that stress leads to work-related issues like job dissatisfaction, failure in leadership, inefficient decision-making, turnover, health-related issues like depression, heart disease, anxiety, even death, that's not good. So I want to give you some tools and give you permission. If I think back, I've had amazing mentors who gave me permission to take a break. And I was surprised at some of the steps that they taught me and that I've implemented that you can go try out. So here's some things that you can do. I'm just going to give you a few steps that you can go take right now to start to overcome stress in a way that strengthens your focus and helps you make the changes and hit the goals that you want to hit in a really effective way. So the first thing to do is to notice your mindset. I mean, that's the first thing. So notice, what's your perspective on the work that you're doing, and are you feeling stressed out? Is the work that you're doing just getting you so focused, so close to what you're doing that you're so stressed out and you need an outlet? When you notice that you're really wound up and you're trying to hit a goal and you haven't given yourself a break, then you want to notice. Hey, you want to just start to notice. Write this down, put this somewhere. The first thing is start to notice when you're feeling stressed. And then the second thing that you want to do is you want to start you want to start scheduling pit stops, scheduling breaks in your day where you give yourself 5 minutes. I have this crazy thing that I do now where I'll stop in the middle of the day and I'll do a 1 minute plank. You look it up. If you don't know what a plank is, it's like staying in a push-up position for 1 minute. Sometimes I'll stop and I'll do a 5-minute gratitude journal. I'll just type in my journal what I'm grateful for, just for 5 minutes. Another thing that I'll do is I'll get up and I'll go for a walk for 5 minutes. And the thing is, I don't have my phone with me. I'm not on technology because studies are showing that when you're on your phone, you're not taking a break. So even if you're calling someone, getting on a phone call, even if it's business or personal related, you're not really taking a break. So have 5 minutes. Schedule 5 minutes of stillness. Also, schedule in buffers in between your work. So while you're busy working on a project or you're getting scheduled for a meeting, in your calendar, give yourself a buffer. Give yourself 15 minutes in between meetings, or maybe 20 minutes in between meetings, so you can renew and reflect, because creativity happens in space. It doesn't happen from logic. It doesn't happen from thinking things through. And it doesn't happen by, constantly seeking outlets for distraction, right? So the first thing is just schedule that into your schedule. The second thing that I'm going to suggest that we all do, and it's something that I do regularly, not only scheduling those buffers, but now make a list of the distractions that you're getting pulled into every day that are taking you away from being focused. So are you jumping on Facebook or on Instagram? Are you surfing the net? Are you getting stuck talking to people in the hallway or getting on meaningless phone calls? Or are you jumping in and skimming books to find the answers to your big business problems? The thing is, most people don't need a new strategy. It's the taking the massive action in your business that is really most important. And to do that, you've got to be massively focused. So make a list of everything that's weakening your focus muscle and distracting you and making you move, shiny thing. You're looking away from the work that you need to be doing. And notice those things and make a commitment that the only time you're going to utilize distractions will be when you've scheduled them. So again, there's a huge strength in focusing on, I'm going to permit myself to be distracted. I'm going to permit myself to have a break and to recharge. I'm going to permit myself to have a buffer or to have stillness. Commit that when you're focused, you're only doing the one thing that you're working on, and you will not let yourself be distracted. So, and what I can do is even in the video notes down below, I'll share a couple links to some apps that are great where they'll actually block your social media during the day and other things like that to keep you from surfing the net during the times that you're focused. You can even schedule when you want to have the internet available or not. So I know that I've had a problem with wanting to digest more videos or get ideas because I feel stuck, but sometimes the best thing to do is just get still. So make that list of the distractions that are taking you away from your focused work. The third thing that I'll challenge you to do is to, at the end of every day, just sit down for 5 minutes and identify what it is that you were able to focus on. And give yourself a score. You could say 1 to 3 score. Was I completely focused? That's a 3. Was I only partially focused, so I was getting distracted? Or 1, I was totally distracted. And just keep a record for, maybe do it for 30 days. Do it just for a week. And notice if you're getting 3s all the time, or if you're getting pulled into distraction, you're cutting your productivity dramatically. So just a little post-game evaluation of how you're doing. And, dealing with stress relief is, it's a muscle that I think is often ignored because there's a tendency to go have evening drinks to relax or try to stop the mind from the flywheel from spinning at the end of the day. But the fact is that when you schedule stillness and you schedule focused time every single day on your calendar in advance of starting your workday, then you'll know when you can stop and you can check email. You'll know when you can just take a break and sit without technology, away from your desk. And you'll know when you have to go back. A great tool that I'm going to suggest is called the Focus app. You can use a method using the Focus app where you can work for a 25-minute chunk, and it'll ask if you want to take a 5-minute break. And it's a great reminder that we all need to take breaks. We all need to have that stillness in between. And you'll be amazed. You'll be the person at the end of the day who feels renewed and recharged. And even if you've done a lot of work and you're tired, you'll have a sense that I had the time when I was focused and I used that time effectively, and I had the time when I was still. And I used that time effectively, and I didn't blend the two. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and I just want you to know that it's a process, but if you can just put it into your schedule, the one thing I'm going to suggest that you do right now, is just go ahead and give yourself an hour to think about what I've just shared. Give yourself, block out an hour, even just 30 minutes, and make a commitment. Look at what it's costing you to use distraction or to rely on evening drinks all the time, or rely on jumping on the internet or getting caught up in office drama. And look what that's costing you. And then start to think about that feeling of just, go ahead, I've scheduled, I know today I'm going to have 3 or 4 or maybe 5 times today where I'm going to be still for at least 5 minutes. And you'll start to find strength in that. You'll start to feel like you have more control of the way that you relieve your stress. And you'll also have more of a sense of peace and accomplishment at the end of every day. That's an essential strength. So go use it. This is Nate Lindquist with the Minimalist CEO, and I'll talk to you soon.